takes the credit card, takes his ID, turns his back, swipes the card, and then he picks up the phone immediately without even looking back, and he says, "We got a code red back here at electronics." I knew what time it was, so I immediately just about face, and I start walking towards, because we're all the way in the back. I got to get out of the store, and that's all the way at the front. So I start walking, I look back, and my brother's still standing there at the counter. And I don't think it registered with him what was going on, and like, I don't know why I didn't say let's go or let's run, but I thought that he would just see me walking away and use that as a cue, but my brother didn't pick up on it. So I'm walking, I'd lose him. Like, right. I look back and he's still at the counter, so I'm just like, fuck it, I'm just going to go. I get to the front door of the Walmart. The doors open up, automatic doors open up, and I hear the sound of flip-flops because my brother's wearing thong sandals. He's wearing fucking Abercrombie and Fitch thong sandals, these rubber thong sandals. And you can hear the sandals flop, 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 flop. And all of a sudden I look and my brother just blows past me out the door. And he's got two guys chasing him, right? So I see him book it through the parking lot. He's got two guys chasing him. One of the guys tries to like, hey, they see me. They grab me. He grabs like the corner of my shirt and I knock his hand away and I do kind of like a spin move. And I just take off running through the parking lot. So they're chasing him, and nobody's really chasing me. So I get out of the parking lot. I hide. There's a trailer park. Like, there's like this wall that I get over that. I get into a trailer park. I run. I hide in the woods behind a trailer, and I just sat there for like 2 hours. Had my car keys. I eventually got to go back and get my car from the parking lot. I don't know if they caught my brother. I don't know if he got away. I don't know anything at this point. And so I was just sat there for hours, and then I finally went back and got my car. And I thought for sure when I was going to go grab the car that was going to be it.
Right.
Like I thought for sure they're going to wait. So I went there and no cops. I go on the internet real quick. I look my brother up. Sure enough, they got him.
When people ask me what's real and what was fake in the movie and what did they change, by the time I met up with Ephraim, I had about $100,000 to my name. I wasn't like in the movie struggling to make ends meet. They just needed a better arc. He's an amazing guy. I'll be the first. As much as I dislike him, right? And as much as he screwed me, not many people can make millions of dollars by the time they're 18 years old on their own. So he told me about the business he was doing, and he's like, oh, you're doing like a lot of the things I'm doing, searching for sources overseas. I could use a guy like you. You should come work with me. I could use a guy I could trust. I really want to expand my business. And I asked him, well, how much money have you made? And he goes to me, he's like, I'm going to show you, but only to inspire you, not because I'm bragging, okay? And he shows me his bank account, and he had 1.8 million in cash in the bank. He was 18 years old. I thought I was hot with my 100K. Right. This guy had made in the space of 1 year almost $2 million, and he was 18 years old. I was like, this guy knows something I don't. Definitely want to learn what he knows.
Yeah. And they rolled this guy in. He was a child. So the moment the doors open, I grab one of the knives, and one of my buddies who's like a longtime convict, we go down to a cell, just the two of us. We're like, hey buddy, how you doing? And we go in a cell, we just start him up, just beating the shit out of him, punch him in the face, punch him in the ribs. So we get a guy in the headlock. I get him in a bulldog choke, and then I get the knife and I start stabbing him in the face, but the blade hits his front teeth and ricochets up into his nose, and I just start sawing the blade up through his nose, and it cuts through his nose, past in between his eyebrows, up into his forehead, and then I start pulling the skin. The whole time, my other buddy's punching him in the ribs, and I think he's sticking him too, and so we start pulling the flesh from his face, just like you would a deer. And surprisingly, it's horrible to look at, but it's not that damaging blood-wise. Like, you're not losing a lot of blood. And one of the old-timers was like, hey, dog, it's Christmas tomorrow. Don't kill him. Because they don't lose a tray. Right. They get a special tray with like 2 Jolly Ranchers or something.
Write them a $100 check for a pack of gum to give you back $98 or whatever. You could go around to like a grocery store, drop me off at the front door. I'd run in, find something real quick, at the line, whatever. Pay for that, they give you back the $98. So you're making almost $100 every trip, where you go around to 10, 15 grocery stores that day. Turn around sometimes on a profitable day, feeling energetic, go around on the next shift and do it again. Right. You know what I mean? And back in those days, they didn't quite catch up with those checks in their systems like they would now.
Could take a week.
But you could even go back in those days to like Sears, buy a VCR for $150, take it back 2 days later, and they would give you cash back. You give them the receipt. They would call it check cash.
I had a buddy who would literally walk right in the door, grab a couple of gallons of paint, turn right around, walk 15 feet to the return desk and say, hey, look, we got the wrong color. I need my money back. Do you have the receipt? He'd go, I don't have the receipt. They go, okay. They give him cash.
Yeah.
Obviously, Scotty's didn't make it very long.
Yeah.
Now it's like, oh, we'll give you a gift card, or we'll put it back on the card, or you don't have the receipt. Oh, no, you get a card.
I used to go to Dollar General because it was the easiest place for me to buy gift cards. It was an old woman. She did the pen test and she took it back and she was like, can you please hold on one second? She put it in a bill validator. She was taking a long time and I assumed that like she was doing some sort of other verification and she called the cops. And the thing was she had my ID. I don't know what to do. So I was like, do I run? Do I stay here and try to explain it away? So I ended up staying and talking to her just like, you know, I was just trying to be as cool as possible. Like, I don't know, like I just got paid. If you give me my ID back, I will go to the ATM and get you these bills and trade them for you. You know, because now I'm out. Oh my gosh, I have more in the car. I would always mix them in with some real bills instead of just going, you know, flat out counterfeit. I'm standing there and I'm trying to figure out how am I going to be like, can I have my fucking ID? I was like, if you give me 15 minutes, I was like, I'll go to the ATM down on, you know, whatever it was. I was like, I'll be right back. And she's like, well, I don't know if I can do that until they get here. So we ended up waiting about an hour and 15 minutes. And after an hour and 15 minutes, she was like, you know, all right, honey. And she gives me my ID back and I just bounced in the car and dipped.
FBI, open up. I jumped up, grabbed my shit, ran to the back of the house to go out the back door. I fucking opened the back door. I was standing there just like this, grabbed me by my shirt. He said, listen, I know you're in shock. I know you're in shock what's going on. This is what I need you to do for me. You have seconds to do this. Where you're going is going to be extremely cold. I need you to get some pants on right now, get your shoes on right now, put a sweater on right now. You've got seconds to do this. I'm probably standing with an M16 backed up. They're like this in the hallway. They're looking on the hallway. They got Candace and her sister pushed it back. They're like, all right, boom. They put my shit on. I put my shit on. They said, come on. We get to the front. He says, all right, put your cuffs on. We take off. We go down to the Russell building. We go upstairs. I see my whole team, the lawyer, the appraiser. I see a couple of people that did docs, could be their paperwork. Everyone's there. Everyone's right there. And I sit there, and they give you a kind of, it's not the indictment, it's the complaint. And in the complaint, there's quotes in the complaint. So they're sitting there with the complaint. I'm sitting there with the complaint. I'm like, who the did this? How the did this happen? One of the mortgage brokers who work with me, smart, polished dude, he looks at me, he says, I know who did this. I said, who? Who the did this? He said, Kim. I said, Kim, my assistant? He says, yes, your assistant. And then it just went right back through my head like, just teach me the system. Just show me how to do it. Just moves it with the paperwork. Just Kim was wearing a wire to work every fucking day. I'm sitting at the conference table, shackled down. This is like after sitting there, she comes in and she goes, Richard, come on, you got to go to court. I get up, shackles on. Now, something's rubbing me as weird about this whole thing. All it opens up, she says, step in. I step in, boom, I'm facing the wall. I'm looking at the wall. She's standing by me. She hits the button, douche. As we're going, she hits another button, douche. The elevator stops. She says, Richard, turn around. Turn around. She looks at me. She says, Richard, listen, really quick. I don't have much time.
Zach would have someone go open up a bank account using a fake ID. He'd then put like $10,000 in the bank. Then when they got the debit card mailed to them, Zach would clone it, he'd mail it several states away. Someone would walk into, let's say, a post office and they would use it at the point of sale and they would buy, let's say, $10,000 worth of money orders. He would then call the person who had opened up the bank account and say, go in the bank and try and get out $200. So they would walk in the bank and they'd say, hey, I need to get out $200. The teller would pull up their account and say, wow, you have like whatever, $12 in the account or whatever. They have almost no money in the account. And they'd say, what are you talking about? I have $10,000 in that account. They'd say, no, it was just removed. When? 30 minutes ago. Where? And they go, hold on. In Tampa, Florida, looks like some kind of like a post office in Tampa, Florida. And they go, oh my gosh, well, that wasn't me. I didn't do it. We're now, they're in Ohio. I'm here. That's 5 hours away. And they go, do you have your debit card? And they go, yeah, it's right here.
5 hours away by plane.
They'd be like, I got my debit card right here. Oh my gosh. Go see the manager, Sally. They go see Sally, say, look, and Sally would pull it up and say, oh wow, yeah, there's no way you could have done this. Okay, we're going to return your money. They'd return the $10,000. They would then take the money out and close the account.
Wes Watson. I text him. He hits me back. Yo, what's up, big dog? I'm like, hey, how you doing? And he's doing his whole shtick. For $2,500, you get this. comes with blah, blah, blah. $5,000, you get this, comes with blah, blah, blah. I'm already seeing red flags because I'm doing the math. And he's saying, I make X amount of $1 million a month. And I'm thinking to myself, even if those 3 were the high ticket item, you would have to sell this many a month. That means you would have to talk to this many a month personally. So I was like, okay, I'm still entertained.
I can still get something from this.
So he's like, I'm doing a mastermind, Miami. This is what you get. Day 1, blah, blah, blah. Day 2, day 3. And I'm listening to it and I'm like, so really all I get is dinner with you and some pictures and to be on your videos. And that's going to draw attention to me because I'm with Wes Watson. So I hit him up. I said, how much is it? So he's like, it's $15,000. And I was like, to hang out with Wes Watson for 3 days? I don't know. Fast forward right after the thing. He's like, he's on, his story. All you haters want to talk about my cars rented. He's got the title Lamborghini, Wes Watson. Bentley, Wes Watson. So I was like, bro, who cares? Like, who the fuck cares? Why would you even waste your breath on these people? And this guy messages me back, you don't even have $15,000, so shut the fuck up. Why are you even talking? I was like, what? You can't even afford to come to the fucking mastermind. And I'm just like, dude, I'll slap the shit out of you.